Hi there, Reels Rock Stars. Now in this tutorial, I've got an absolute banger of a transition, and it's this one. And no, I definitely didn't jump off the roof of my house in order to film it, fear not. But what I did do is find a really great tutorial on CapCut, which I have to say I had to watch about 20 times before I properly got the hang of it. So what I have done is slowed it right down and taken you step by step through every single button and every single movement you need to do with your fingers to hopefully create this effect. So I hope you're ready. Cue the tutorial.
So for this reel, I'm going to use CapCut, and you can download that from the App Store or Google Play, and I'm going to go to New Project. Now, I'll show you the clip that I filmed. Basically, I set the camera up on a tripod like so. I'm going to actually just add this clip first so that I can show you what the whole clip looks like. So I added the clip. I set the tripod up. I then made sure I was in the right place, sort of found my spot. Then I recorded maybe 15 seconds of blank frame, which is good. So what I'm going to do is create a cut there, and then get rid of the shots before where I'm setting the tripod up because I don't need those. Then I'm going to create another cut just before I walk in. So you've got a clean frame, basically, of that shot that I'm going to be in. So then I'm going to scroll along through the rest of the clip to the exact point where I start to fall from the sky. Now, it's quite important, if you go frame by frame, you're looking for that bit where you start to fall, and you want to create a cut and then get rid of the clip before it. So you don't want anything before that. So you've basically now gone from a blank shot to one where you fall. And at the moment, this is quite straightforward. It's all on the same timeline. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in using my thumb and my finger so I can get really, really close, as zoomed in as I possibly can. And I'm going to go through frame by frame on this clip to the point just before I hit the ground. So I'm going to go, it's not that one, not that one, not that one, but just before I hit the ground, that's where I hit the ground. You can see that I'm sort of like, then I've braced myself. I'm in very flattering position. So you're probably just looking for the bit just before that, just before you hit the ground, and then you create another split. So for the purpose of slowing this right down, I'm going to explain what you've got on the timeline now. The first shot is a clean frame. The second shot is the bit where you happen to be falling from the highest point of your jump just before you hit the ground. And the third shot is just that shot continued. So that's then the bit where you stand up and then go to camera. Now what I want to do is select that shot in the middle, the falling shot, and I want to overlay it over the blank shot. And I do that by selecting the shot in the middle, which is that one, and then scrolling along the toolbar at the bottom, which is here, and you scroll along and you'll get to the button that says overlay with these two arrows crossing. If you click overlay, it will drop down to the video channel below, and you can move it to underneath your blank shot. So now I've got two video channels. I've got the blank shot and I've got the falling shot on top of each other. Now what I want to do is select that shot again, scroll along the toolbar and go to remove BG, which means remove background. And I'm just going to select auto and click the tick button. So what that has now done, it's taken everything in that shot away, that sort of second shot that's on the second channel, it's taken the background away. So all it is me cut out in that one, which is pretty good. And then I'm going to create a track point using this diamond arrow here. So I'm going to create one at the very end of that falling clip. Then I'm going to scroll to the beginning of the falling clip. And before I create another one, I'm going to literally put my finger on myself and push myself off the screen. Now, once I've done that, it will automatically create another keyframe at the beginning of the falling clip. So when you press play, you fall down. And the reason that is because you're telling the timeline via this keyframe that you want that falling shot to start from the sky, and then the second point you want to be it landing just on the floor. And then can you see that's where it then clicks into the normal video. So you only want this tiny falling clip to be the one where the background is removed and you've got the keyframes basically. Pretty cool, huh? So now what I'm going to do is add an effect. And in order to do that, you need to click on the main video and click this back button here. Because sometimes in CapCut, I don't think it's very intuitive, but you have to sort of click this little arrow on the left-hand side of the screen that gets you back to the main toolbar at any given time. So click that, then you're back to the main toolbar. Then you can scroll along and go to Effects. So once you've found the effects button, it's that little star, go to video effects, and then you've got the option to search, and I searched for shake. So that is the little effect where it looks like as you land, it sort of rocks a little bit. So I use this first one and the top left. Don't want the flashing one, that's a bit crazy. But what it will do, it will automatically apply the effect to the whole clip, which will look a bit weird. So once you've clicked the tick button, you can then adjust how long the shake lasts for, and you make it just quite small. Let's have a look at what that looks like. Might need to be a bit longer. Let's have a look. And you want it at the point where you hit the ground. Yeah, I could probably do with being a bit longer, but that's what gives you the effect of it shaking. And I think that's quite effective as well because it makes it more real looking. So let's see if you play it, that looks pretty good. And there you have it. You just export it and then import it into Instagram to add your music and your captions.
How amazing is that? And then my mind goes crazy with all these ideas where I'm going to be magically sucked up into the sky, and then you're going down a whole rabbit hole full of crazy real ideas that are probably just a bit of a waste of time. So anyway, if you get the hang of it, it's really, really fun. If you've got kids, why not have a practice with them? Because it's one of those ones that really does make people stop scrolling. Because they're like, how on earth have they done that? So hope you've enjoyed that. Don't forget to tag us in, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.